who art in heaven. I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions. I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and boom.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. And this will be a touchback. Over the end line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. from the shotgun. Wilson. That is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now Jones. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Giants at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Barkley. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jermaine Johnson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Hall. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time the extra point up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They go play action with Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Again, Wilson will keep it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Wilson now from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Uzomah. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ball again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And his This kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing on second down. Jones. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones, off play action. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Left side, he's got Robinson. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Gano's kick is good, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line. For a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hall again, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Here's Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. He's got the connection to Moore. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Take it at the 37. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. I don't know that you got a wealth of options here now. Third down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all those things, you might take a shot right here.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in. First and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, once again, he finds Slayton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel. action. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Touchdown! Wan'Dale Robinson from 19 yards away. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
Let's go.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First target, first catch, and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw is Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Jones. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. On third down, here's Hall. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions. I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The streets start to be the rebel. Bragging about first class. Seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united. Allegiant my soul forever. I murdered my adolescence. Assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things. I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics.